So, welcome to the live stream. Uh, we are starting the live stream. It is time we started. I apologize for the delay, but thank you so much for tuning in. Uh, thank you so much. Let people join. I'm seeing already we have a viewer there. Karibuni sana. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for joining. Let people join, and then I will invite my guests of the day. My guests are already with me. So thank you so much for coming. Today, we want to talk about, youth and counseling. Want to talk to psychologists today. I shall be introducing in a few minutes Anthony Njanga and Sharon Gina. I don't know if I have my surprise guest also joining. I have a surprise guest coming up your way. So a very warm welcome to everybody. I can see already people are tuned in. Asanteni sana. So this is I'm seeing Zedi. Anasema ako ndani sana. Asante. Thank you so much, Zedi. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming. Ako ndani. I appreciate it. We want to start the live stream, and I would like to ask my guests to turn on their videos, and as I introduce each one of them in a few. Now, this evening, we want to talk about matters concerning youth and counseling. And as we talk about this, I want you to know that we are broadcasting live. We are live on my Facebook page, that's at Ram Maguko, and we are also live on my YouTube channel at Ram Maguko. We are live on Facebook and YouTube. Ensure that you like, comment, share. Let me know where you're watching from. Welcome to the broadcast. Welcome to this live broadcast. We want to talk about matters concerning you. Now, let me introduce my guests right now. Introducing first into the screen, I am bringing in Anthony Njanga. This is Anthony. Karibu sana, Anto. Anthony. Anthony, are you there? Anthony, unaweza katusalimia? I don't know if you can hear me. That's Anthony. As you work on your sound, let me bring in also on board Sharon Gina, who is also joining this fine evening. That is Sharon, ladies and gentlemen. Sharon, sasa. Hey, Sharon.
Poa sana.
How are you doing?
Hi,
Welcome to the show,
I'm
my
good.
dear.
What about
It
you?
is a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
I think maybe there's some delay in terms of sound, but
Pardon?
there's some delay in terms of sound. I hope you can hear me, Sharon. Sharon, can you hear me? Guys,
Mhm.
if you guys can hear me, let me know whether you can hear me. I'm seeing Odero Eric.
Yes, I can hear you.
Thank you, Sharon. Odero Eric is saying watching from Mariakani. Asante sana, Odero. And Anthony is back. Anthony, Karibu tena. Let me bring up
Asante sana.
Anthony again.
Mnanisikia
Nakusikia sasa. Nakusikia.
Amazing,
Welcome.
amazing. Thank you so much,
Thank
Ram.
you.
I'm very, very, very happy to be here. To each and every person who is watching me right now, my good name is Anthony Njenga. I'm a counseling psychologist and mental health advocate. I'm so happy to have this conversation tonight. Please stay tuned and ask as many questions as you want. We are here for you. Me and Sharon, we are.
Thank you. And before we continue, guys, I don't know, Anthony, is Michelle around? I said I have a surprise guest. I don't know if Michelle is there.
Yes,
Michelle, if you're there, turn on your video. Nikuone. Nilisema we have a surprise guest today joining us. We want to talk about matters concerning you, ladies and gentlemen. So it's going to be a very interactive session tonight. Leo tunaenda kubonga kama vijana tuone.
Yes.
Nimeona Michelle amekuja alafu akapotea tena. Akirudi tutamweka kwa screen. So
no
now
problem.
As we proceed, I have a phone number. Feel free to call this line if you have any questions. If you have questions, the number to call, there is a number that you can call if you have any questions for our guests. I know that some of us may have Mini, and I will display that number in a bit, but let me introduce my special guest peer. That is Michelle Wangari. Michelle, sasa. Hey, Michelle. Okay, as she sorts out her internet, let me remove her. So I was saying that the number that we are using this morning, this morning, nimezoea morning shows, by the way. Anto, nimezoea morning shows.
Tunaelewa.
Morning.
We understand.
So
yes.
Feel free to call this number and ask your questions, because I know that there's some who may want to ask questions during this broadcast. I know there's some who may want to ask questions. Feel free to do so. The number is 0745. Let me bring it up on your screen. 0745 926 154 926 151. That is a number. Feel free to call that number, and we shall be able to answer your question. So that is a number that you feel free to call.
Yes.
Let me bring her up. So let me give you each time to introduce yourself. Tell us something about what you do, and just for people to get acquainted with you. So let me start with you, Sharon.
Okay.
Sharon, tell us something a bit more about what you do, something a bit more about yourself, for somebody who is meeting you today for the first time watching us live.
I don't know if Sharon can hear us.
Sharon, can you hear us? We can hear her. Sharon? If you can hear me, introduce yourself. Tell us something a bit more about what you do for somebody who is meeting you for the first time today, Sharon. All right, let me skip Sharon. Let me bring in Anthony. Anthony,
yes.
Tell us a bit more about what you do as as Sharon sorts her internet up. Anthony, a bit more about what you do for somebody who's meeting you for the first time.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So thank you to
Good
to each and
evening,
every person
guys.
who
My
is
name
watching
is Sharon
right
Ngina
now.
Maina.
My
I'm a
Anthony
counseling
Njenga.
psychologist by profession
I
and also
am
an
a
HTS
life
provider.
coach,
I
a
have
transformational life coach,
accomplished my...
and I'm also a mental
Nanisikia?
health advocate. So to those who are watching the show right now,
Nanisikia?
thank you so much. Feel free to send in your
Let
questions.
me wear some
Here to
earphones.
help you out.
Kidogo. You can
Feel
hear
free.
me? You
Don't
can hear
fear.
me?
Let's interact.
Yes, my name is Sharon Maina. I'm a
Asante
counseling
sana. Thank you
psychologist
very
by
much,
profession.
Anthony. And I'm bringing
Yes.
into the screen now Michelle Wangari. Michelle, feel free to uh, uh, unmute. Tell us something about about yourself, about what you do for somebody who's meeting you for the first time.
Okay. Hi, you can hear me. So I'm Michelle Wangari Nganga. I'm a psychologist by profession, and I work with YouTube, and I do YouTube videos, and I also do mentorship for the youth and also everybody in general. I have passion for adolescent and youth because we are the people who are facing right now, and we need to be ourselves, build our future, and that is what I do. Thank you. Over to you, Ram.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. Sharon, I don't know if Sharon is around. Sharon, let me come to you, Sharon. And if you're ready, tell us something a bit more about yourself, what you do for somebody who's meeting you for the first time. I think you have a problem with Sharon's nini. Ni kama hawezi kutusikia. Anyway, let's move on. Warm welcome to everybody that is watching us from across, from wherever you are. Asante sana. We want to just start the discussion. We want to talk about youth and counseling. What are the questions that you have for us today? What questions do you have for us today? And even as we, talk about the issues that you have, feel free to dial this number that is displaying on your screen. Dial that number, and we shall be able to give you the opportunity to ask your question in a bit. So my first question goes to Anthony. Anthony,
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. So Anthony,
Amazing.
first question goes to you. So I want to understand from your own perspective. Do you feel like there are so many issues that youths always struggle with that they need psychological counseling on? Why is this discussion very important for us to have?
Okay. Thank you so much, Ram, for that question. So like there's a lot of issues that we need to really counseling to the youth. The first issue is the common issue right now, which is social media pressure. The youth right now, actually the young, how would I put it, the young youths, the ones who have come from school and now they are home. There's a lot of social media pressure. There's also issues to do with relationship, self-esteem issues. They're actually youths who are actually dealing with issues to do with childhood trauma. A lot of issues, I would say, as youths, we need to really talk about the major issue that is affecting most youth and is giving pressure to most youth. The second one is social media, and with relationship now, it comes to it brings a lot of issue. People issues. People are depressed in the process. There's issues of expectations is brought up by the things to do with relationship, and the issues to do with now social media right now are pressured by what they see. There's that comparison bit of it, of what I've seen people doing or posting on social media. Now I have to be like this kind of person. Basically, those are some of the major issues that right now the youth are really facing.
Yeah. Let me come to you, Michelle. Michelle, let's handle matters concerning social media. This one goes to you, Michelle. When it comes to social media, what do you think about these issues concerning how social media influences our perception on things? There is that pressure that we get, that many people get when they are interacting on social media. They go online, and I believe it affects us as youths. There are some things that we see online. It affects us, it affects the way we interact, it affects even our expectations. Kuna ile pressure, you go and see this person on IG, when they go live wanakuonyesha vitu wanafanya nini, inakupatia pressure. Is it a psychological thing, social media?
Okay.
Yes, Michelle.
Okay, social media is a psychological thing in that at times we tend to want to copy the people who are using it. We tend to want to be like them, and it really affects us. Like, okay, if I see a post and I say that I really want to be like that, I want to start doing what they're doing, you might find yourself doing things that are not right in order to fit in the society today. So social media has really affected us, especially the youth, because at some point you don't know how to cope with it. At some point you don't know how to balance, and we'll find ourselves having struggles like, okay, doing drugs, doing things that are not right in order to fit in. Yes, so social media at some point it's negative and it really affects us.
What to talk online? Should we leave Facebook and IG? Where do we draw the balance? Anto, najua hapo umecheka hapo. Tutoke online, should we leave and say hii kitu wachana nayo? Nini, Sharon? Ebu ongea hapo, Sharon.
I personally think haimaanishi tutoke online. It depends with how you see you perceive things and knowing where you're capable of. Just knowing what you're capable of. Unajua mali wewe uko as a person, knowing who you are, what you're capable of, and not comparing yourself with others. That's how you're going to survive in social media. How to handle cyberbullying, different kind of bullying that you get in online.
Okay. Anto, your thoughts on that?
I don't know if you guys can hear me. Mnanipata?
Yes.
About social media, si ati watu watoke online. When we say social media, what we mean actually, Ram, people should stop living people's life. Yeah, you need to right now. And one thing you need to know is that you cannot be like somebody else. If I want to be like Ram, so whatever we see on social media, let it just remain on social media. Because one thing you need to know for a fact, people post for you what they want actually you to see. They post for you what they want you to see. But in real life, so please, if you're watching, don't be pressured by what people post. Actually, for also those who are parents who are probably out of school right now, they are at home. You need to really check on your kids, what they listen to, what they post, so they cannot have the pressure and the comparison. Usitoke Facebook, usitoke Instagram, usitoke TikTok, but please learn to accept where you are. Whatever you see on social media, let it remain there. Well, that's what I can say.
Okay.
That's what I was saying. Like for a person, a youth must know what he or she is capable of, their abilities, not comparing yourself, because that will lower your self-esteem. Hakuna joint kujipa pressure yako ati you need to go and buy something at 1800 na uko na 200. Yeah.
Kuna hiyo pressure ya kukladi, desiring to look, like
Kwanza wewe Ram,
somebody.
kwanza vile Ram unavanga suti pale unatupeanga pressure lakini
Mimi tutafika.
tutafika tu.
Tutafika.
Ipo siku.
Lakini hauwezi jua, kuna watu wengine wanaomba manguo hapa. I don't know if it is true. Watu wanaomba manguo alafu tunajipatia hiyo pressure, psychological pressure. Ujui mtu alifanya aje ndo apate hizo manguo. Wengine hapana. Hii pressure inafaa tuache.
Pressure, we're talking of manguo. Umeona kuna mtu ana trend, acha let me not mention him. But you know the guy has a BMW but anyway, let me not mention that. So watu waache ku pressure. Watu jua huyo mtu alipata hiyo gari aje ama hiyo nguo aje. Wewe tu isha maisha yako, kama una receive salary na hiyo sawa, wacha kununua vitu zenye hauwezi afford. God's time itafika, time yako forever. Your time will come for you to get whatever you want. And if your time doesn't come, everybody has a purpose and your purpose will be fulfilled at some point sooner or later. So please don't be pressured. You never know what that person ama ametoa wapi your pesa and please don't feel now. Kindly let what you see on social media remain on social media. Who you are, accept where you are. God will uplift you from one glory on right timing.
Now let me ask you. Let me ask you guys. So I am wondering, there is this desire for us to graduate. Nataka tuongee kuhusu watu wako shule. Because we're counseling to watu wako shule. Kuna msee anataka kugraduate lakini wenzake wamemaliza shule, yeye hajamaliza shule. So how can we handle that scenario? Unajua, your friends are achieving, they are getting jobs. Wengine wanapata job, we bado upati kazi. Wengine washaanza shule, we hauendi shule. Wengine wameenda interviews, wewe interviews haupati. And there is that pressure. People are asking you, why are you delaying? Wengine wanaolewa, we ulewi. Wengine wanapata promotion. Jamaa anapata promotion, wewe uko hapo umefanya kazi 5 years and there is no promotion you are getting. Wengine wako shule, they are passing in their exams and we bado kutu pale failing every semester. You are failing every semester. There is that pressure that it gives. Sharon.
Yes. I start by saying God's timing is the best. Time yangu haitakuwa the same na Anto. Na Anto haitakuwa kama yangu. Same case yangu na Ram haitakuwa the same. If you only know that, utamove far. Kwa sababu utajicompare na mtu mwingine. Something about this we're having, we always compare ourselves with our friends. And yet knowing their journey is not my journey. So if you have that mindset that my time is coming and you're patient, trust me, you'll go far. Plus, Mungu ana working in different ways. Maybe this is not my journey. Ya mimi kupata promotion sahi, but maybe nikienda kazi nyingine nitakuwa mtu mkubwa kama manager. Exam this time imekuja, this time sijapita. But once nishajua this is my problem and I know I need to change my strategies of how I'm going to study for my exam, that's how you're going to start seeing the fruits of whatever you've been doing. Maybe mabeshte wanakupea pressure, wanakuambia ati wewe hata ufunge vizuri, ujaipata kitu vizuri. You be your own. Be that strong person that you believe my time is coming. Na sisikie wengine wivu. That's what I can say.
Ram, can I add something?
Yeah.
You guys know the serenity prayer. The serenity prayer says, grant, there's that part in I don't know the word, to accept what we cannot change, because you know,
Change.
do what you can do right now. You know, do what you can do. You don't have to come through the way you want. In this life, we have seasons. My season cannot. If you see your friend becoming successful, graduating, getting promotions, that season now imefika. Your season will come. And one thing people need to, we always pray to have financial blessings, that God bless us financially. There's someone who said, let you not be the person who only prays for financial blessings. Blessings can be broad. Do what you do, and God can bless you by adding your days on earth. So you do what you accept, what you cannot change, live your life, and trust you me. Sooner or later, panda. Pole pole, hakuna pressure.
Hakuna pressure. Hakuna pressure. Lakini kuna hao watu wanakuulizanga wewe unabaki nyuma, wenzako wanasonga mbele.
Ram ni kama unajiongelelea, umeulizwa
You're talking of
tuambie
yeah.
And a project.
Tell us the truth.
And a project.
People have asked you when are you marrying.
Mimi nilisha graduate. Sina hiyo pressure.
Pressure. Najua pressure inaweza oni mtu kwa TV, mapicha una post, atuoni mtu hapo. So na jamani, Ram. When
I am psychologically stable. I am psychologically kuchoma bana. Mimi niko sawa. Unajua
hakuna
ati pressure ya kuoa. Mimi sina pressure. Imagine there is no one giving me that pressure. But one thing that I know, there is that pressure out there. And I love what you guys are saying. Manasema that it is very good and very important for us to know that we all take our own journey. Kila mtu akona safari yake, kila mtu akona journey yake ya kupitia. The way we are born differently, we live our own different lives. We should embrace our own uniqueness, and we will not always achieve in the same way. You know that kama ni job, kila mtu apate job at the same time. Kama ni baraka, kila mtu baraka at the same time. Then how will you have your own testimony to tell? I love that. I love that, because we all have our own testimonies to tell. So Anthony, wewe labda uko na pressure yako. Are you under any pressure? Our counseling psychologist.
Pressure niko nayo ni pressure niko nayo ni pressure kuka.
That was a bad one.
Yes.
That was a bad one. Okay. Anyway, I invite everybody that is tuned in, joining this conversation, the pressures of life and the anxieties of life that we have. How can we face them? How can we face all these challenges that we are facing? Remember, tunaongea kuhusu youth and counseling, so we are here to counsel you. The number that you can call is there on your screen. Feel free to call in if you have any questions that you want to ask, or drop in your comments on the chat box. Pia nataka tuweke, we keep it as interactive as possible, and of course tunaenda kuguzia kila pahali, tukibonga kiasi. A big thanks to everybody that is tuned in. Or that was commenting a bit earlier on. I recognize your presence. Michelle ameenda hapi Anto?
Michelle, I think alikuwa na sijui kama, I don't know.
Muoni hapa. Yeye ndo anafaa
Simoni
atuambie. Simoni sio ameenda hapi. Arudi hapa ba. Arudi. Haya.
Yeah.
I want us to tackle something else about counseling. And let's tackle matters concerning drug and substance abuse. Inaua watu wengi sana hapa nje. Drug abuse. And we need to talk about this. You know, jamaa kuna kila you wonder what the heck is happening. Is it a psychological thing, Sharon? Drug abuse.
Yes, it is psychological. Because you have already conditioned your mind, you can't stay without using the drug or the substance that you're having. And there are many causes that cause this. Unaweza pata uko na pressure nyumbani, kutumia school fees, na the only way to relieve yourself is kuenda kwenye chupa mbili hivi ama nipite blunt mbili hivi ndio niache kupunguza stress. Or maybe in a relationship, most of the time unapatana na relationship issues, kupigana na mfano na boyfriend yako ama girlfriend, ama is it toxic? Unaona the only way to relieve yourself ni kwenda kunywa. Unaona pia maybe exams zitakuja vile ulikuwa unataka, results zimekuja bora na wazazi kidogo ni ngori. Unaona the only way to change the drug they need to live. Pia most of the time unapata ni peer pressure. Unapata for instance kuna wale mabisho wakuambia mbona ukuje unakuanga mshamba, ukuje utakuwa kwa group yetu. Sasa kuna pressure unatoka hapa na mabisho wa certain class ndio unaanza kutumia madawa. So it's all about the mind, psychological. Tunajambia if not sitasikia vizuri, so I just want to relieve myself. Acha nitumie.
Wow. Thank you. Let me bring in Anthony. Anthony, your take.
So what I can say on drug abuse, you know, when you talk this way, substance abuse, and we say substance abuse is alcohol, there is marijuana, a lot of drugs that people use. I don't know, Ram, if you remember, once I shared my story on when I was using alcohol and bang sometime back in last year, and
yeah, I remember.
I don't know if I can. Yes. It was not an easy because I started using bang in the year 2014. Using bang in the year 2016. You know, I've been using alcohol from alcohol kuber. The young people know kuber. Kuber ni ile ukikula ukiweka unatema mate na chini ya gum hapa. I used to use kuber, I used to use bang, I used to use alcohol, I used to use mira, you know, and I was doing this when I was in high school. Actually, I was doing this when I was in school. Actually, my company of friends, my company of the people I was walking around with, walikuwa tu bad company, wananiambia twende hivi na mimi ni kama bendera ufuata upepo ninaenda. You know, somebody who is probably who knows somebody who is in this issue of substance abuse, or you are the person who are a victim of alcohol and substance abuse of years, months, and you're finding it difficult to get yourself out of that because you know even what do you call sigara inaweza kuwa you actually sigara and you think that is just a normal thing to do, you might actually be abusing it. You know, there's like the people will tell you tobacco is normal, the people will tell you cigarette is normal, but let me tell you something, you know, they will spoil your lungs. Anything that affects you affects your affects how you are. You know, a person who uses miraa, unaonanga meno zake vile zinakaanga, you venye ulikuwa tu mzuri lakini wewe ukaamua ulete vitu zingine, and probably there are many causes that are some of those things, like the way Ngina said, there is pressure from friends, there is family stress, na kustress unaona tu kimbilia pombe, unaona kimbilia bangi, and you know sometimes drugs because we want to do it. Sometimes or most of the time we use it because to do it or to use it. Number one reason could be your family, or you have grown up, your childhood has been so chaotic, the trauma that you have experienced. You probably grew up sexual abuse, rape or any type of sexual abuse, and you found something to actually relieve the stress. Sometimes we use alcohol. It is a coping mechanism to a particular stress. They are to try and get rid of a particular stress. And in real sense, you using alcohol, bad way of actually coping with stress, because when you use alcohol because you're stressed, at the end of the day, you'll be the same issue will hit, and as much as you feel like alcohol, drugs, that's be a solution to anything. So if you're watching right now, let me tell you something, and probably you're trying to get yourself out of alcohol abuse. Let me tell you something: go seek therapy. You can get help. It is not over time. With time, as you do therapy, as you want, you cannot get healing, or you cannot heal. You accept that it is really affecting you emotionally, psychologically, mentally, physically. Then now you can start the process of therapy and healing and recovering from that. That is what I can say.
Wow. Yeah. And I want to understand, if I am not able to stop. There are some people who say that natamani kuacha lakini imenishinda. How can they solve it? Natamani kuacha lakini imenishinda. Sharon, let me start with Sharon. Sharon. All right. Anthony.
Amepotea.
Anthony.
Okay. So now, yes, what I can say, for such kind of person, if you're that kind of person, or somebody who is in the same. Sharon amerudi?
Nimerudi.
Sharon,
yes.
umerudi?
I was saying,
yes,
there's something we call systematic desensitization. With your child using the substance immediately, it's a process. Asemeka umejua kukunywa chupa 5 per day, unakuja tunaanza process. Tunasema hii wiki tu hata usikunywe mingi, kunywa 4 pekee. Tufanye hivyo kwa period. Unaona umeshazoesha kusema from 5 to 4. Fika point tumeweza mwezi 4 kesho tukishe ifike 3. It's not just a small journey, it's a long process, and you really need to have a good support from your family, your friends. Also, you can join even AA groups, either Alcoholic Anonymous. A certain substance that they're using. Kuna groups that they do so that they can support each other. Yes. That's how we can assist the person.
Anthony?
What I can say on the same, number one, I agree with what Sharon has said. Psychology we use it's that kind of people in systematic desensitization, which means something once. It has to take a process one day at a time. One day, I tell you is that before getting into the systematic desensitization, you need to work that this is really affecting you in all manner of emotionally, psychologically, physically, because as I said, all drugs, alcohol, bang, cut, whichever type of drug you may be using, effect. Probably kama ni miraa, meno inaharibika, kama ni tobacco sana, mdomo imechange, kama ni mtu anavuta bangi sana, macho imekuwa red to red, bado inakaa ni kama umeweka nyanya 8 hapa kwa kichwa zimeingia kwa macho. So that this is really affecting you physically, emotionally, psychologically, because in everything, I believe, before getting help, before going to see a psychologist, therapist on the same issue, you have to accept that yes, this issue is, and I need to work on it, because you cannot help someone drum without them having to work. Going through is really a challenge to me.
Yeah, and psychologically speaking, some of these people are not happy about the way they are. There are those who are not actually happy. They are not proud of the way they are, and
Yes.
they beat themselves up.
Mm.
They don't like how things are working out for them. They don't like the way people insult them. They don't like the way they are seen outside there. Uh, you know, how can a drug addict be led to, psychologically speaking, because tunaongea kuhusu the mind, how can a drug addict
Mm.
led psychologically into through that journey of recovery? There are some things we say that can hurt them. There are some things we can do that can hurt them. There is a psychological torture that they go through. I don't know if that is true. You tell me, Sharon.
Yes,
How can we
I'll
lead
kuna
them
hiyo.
through that journey of recovery?
Yes, there is that torture. Unapatanga, it tells you that sukunya tu kadogo. Sukunya ako kadogo tu. Kamishwa tu. That's how you get tortured that acha nikule leo kadogo sitarudia tena. But if you have that social support from your friends, that they're always there for you, or you have a trusted friend that you really trust this person, when you have this mentality of wacha nikunywe kadogo, when you just talk to this person or your therapist, hiyo feeling inaendanga. Juu ukikosa huyo mtu mwenye una trust around, ama maybe unampigia simu, ama you're trying to reach out to that person hayuko, trust me, you won't be okay. Or maybe unaona the only way for me to avoid kutumia, I just read whatever I'm feeling. It's how you relieve yourself.
Anthony,
What
psychological.
but one, let me tell you something. If you're there, you probably know someone who is in a, you are that kind of person who is in that phase. Let me tell you something. Please be patient with yourself. You don't just recover one
immediately.
And if you know someone in that kind of phase who is trying to recover, who is of whichever type of substance abuse, be it alcohol, be it drugs, or any, please don't judge them. Please be empathic. Don't sympathize with them, but be between sympathy and empathy. Please don't sympathize with them, but empathy. You try to understand this person. You try to understand where this person is coming from. Try to fit in. Is going through the same thing you might be undergoing, but at least try and understand that this person is in a recovery journey and is going through something. So please don't judge them. Please not help them. Just listen to them. Just let them vent or pour out how they are feeling. Look, if it has had, if it has affected them, how they look physically, who has been using cat or mirror, the teeth are normally yellow or greenish. I don't know how they look, but please try and understand this kind of person. It is not that they wanted to be in this situation, but circumstances made them be in that kind of. They are bad people. They are not bad people. They are good people, but circumstances or situations made them. Please understand them. Don't judge them. Love them. Accept them. It is a journey. It is a journey that begins with a single step. Probably you have started. Take your time. With time, you're going to. If you get people who judge you, please don't listen to what people say. Try and block the negative comments and don't try and probably lower your self-esteem in the same because of how you negative thing or thing that, the drug that you used or alcohol that has had. Take your time, step by step, you're going to recover.
Asante sana. Wow, yeah. Yeah, and that's how we can help them through that psychological journey. It's very, very
Yes.
important. And one thing that I would like to highlight also is that we all play a role in terms of helping our family and friends through every challenge that they face in life. We all play a role. If you know that somebody is facing a particular problem or challenge, don't look down on them. You can help them and support them by also being their pillar. They need
Mm.
help. How can you
Mm.
help them? Or will you be there to
Mm.
scrutinize and judge them and tell them how pathetic they can be? How
Mm.
are you
Mm.
helping them through that journey of recovery? Or I know Anthony and Sharon, mumesikia hii, there is this thing. It was so it's interesting when people can not realize that they also play a role in affecting their friends' journey, in
Mm.
influencing their friends' journey. I love the fact that, you know what, each one of us has a role to play in our lives. I want us to move forward and let me bring in yet another angle to this: youth and counseling. And even as talk about this, I invite everybody that is watching to feel free to join into the conversation. Remember, the number that you can call is on your screen: 0745926151. Feel free to dial in and give us your thoughts. If you would like to do so, feel free to do so. Also get to the chat box or the chat section and drop in your comments. Feel free to let us know where you are watching us from. Remember, we are broadcasting on Facebook and on YouTube on my page. That's at Ram Maguko. This is all about matters concerning youth and counseling. I'm with Anthony Njega there and and uh, and uh, Sharon Ngina. They are on your screen there. I want us to touch on another angle: relationships.
Well, okay.
Where? Hey, where? Where? Now, Sharon, naanza na wewe. Now that wewe umesema we. I'm starting with you, Sharon. Now, from the psychological perspective, I'm looking at a teenager and somebody who is growing up in high school. And I can also include those who are in campus. There's that pressure that everybody has to date. Let's bring in that psychological aspect of it. Unapata mtu ni mdogo but anasema ipe anataka girlfriend ama anataka boyfriend. What is it all about, Sharon?
You know, when you get this pressure, you get it from friends. Do you get friend dating? And he'll come and tell you, my boyfriend is doing this and this, he has probably done this and or your friend a lady saying, my guy has been doing this for me, has been giving me something. You see, such topics will give someone a pressure to have it. Maybe unapata mtu kwenye hujapoa siku. Nasikia mtu anakuja anasema mpige shule ati boyfriend yangu aliniambia tumekuwa tukiongea long hours. Wewe mwenyewe hujapata boyfriend, kuna simu unajipea pressure. Utaconcentrate shule? Utaconcentrate. Unafikiria sasa mimi nitatoa boyfriend? Then you'll be giving yourself pressure that is not there. Those who are listening right now, mimi nitakwambia usijipe pressure. Give yourself time. Simu ikifika ya kudate, utadate. Ikifika, this is not your time. Usijipe pressure, live your life. And I'll continue saying, don't compare yourself with other people. You are yourself. Believe in your journey. Your journey is not someone else's journey. Yes.
Anthony, I love this. There's so many things Sharon amesema that I really have so many questions to ask. But let me bring you in.
Okay. Talking about dating. let me talk to someone here. You know, nowadays social media is put over this relationship vibe. You know, memes are circulating saying, do a girlfriend allowance kindly. What are you doing in that relationship? You know, kama
Nishukishe nywele.
pesa yako kitu kama 50,000. What are you doing in that relationship? Let me tell you something. If you act, and you're not dating, usikuwa na pressure. Si lazima to erase this mentality that you should, it is a must to date. No, it is not. You as a person, you're not comfortable with the same. Take your time and to date. Don't go all over social media seeing the Jesus family and the likes of the same in the marriages, and you're pressured by the same. You have to get married, you have to get kids. No, please be. And if you're single, I will repeat, I love talking to the single people. Please, if you're single, enjoy yourself first. I normally say this. It is better you being in a relationship where it is chaotic. You know, a relationship that is giving you trauma left, right, and center. Single, it is not a must. You date if you are not ready. It's going to be jabo. You are going to be where Jesus. You're going to be the likes of the same. But live your life, accept who you are, and if you want to date, if you're dating, let me talk to the people in relationships right now. Let me tell you something. Never forget this main point. Even never forget that your self-worth really matters. If someone doesn't love, doesn't take care of your self-worth, you're in the wrong place. Please run for you're not in the right place. I'm not talking about marriage. There's a difference between interview. Marriage is committing yourself into the same. So if you're dating right now, take your son. Don't rush. And if you're not dating, don't rush. Take time, friends first, for a period of like 3 to 6 months. Get probably, if you're comfortable, date for the longest time, for at least, let's say 2 years. Msiwasiliane na mtu kwa unafanya nini miaka 7 kwa dating? Miaka 7, what are you doing 7 years?
Anthony, nikuulize swali baba.
You
Okay, acha nilenge hiyo story. Lakini watu wenye wako campus na high school campus sawa.
Yes.
Are they psychologically ready for relationships?
Can I answer that?
Yes.
According to you.
Let me say this. What to wako campus, according to me, what to wako high school, what you are doing is playing chamama cha baba. You are still in the toddler phase. You are not dating. Are not psychologically ready to date. So don't, if you're a guy, usikue hapo una help na msichana mwenye hata hakupendi, yeye anakucheza. Mko tu kwa ile phase mama, nani atakuja bado mnajuana, bado hamjaanza kudate. That is nothing. That is all.
So when should okay, let me get to Sharon. Sharon, high school and campus kids, are they psychologically ready for relationships?
I say for the high school kids, they're not ready. But a person who's in campus, say anaanzanga kujua nini anataka kufanya. Like not really like amejua nini anataka kufanya, but you're growing.
Okay.
So I personally feel when you go high school, they're not ready. But for campus, unaweza jaribu. Ni vizuri. You get to know people.
First year, second year, third year, which year? Fourth year?
Maybe let's say from second year, third year. First year bado ni mdogo.
No.
Me support that.
Let me tell you, Sharon, let me tell you this. Let me tell you, a second year student in campus, ni kama mtoto wako form 2. Bado let me tell you, Sharon, let me tell you for a fact. Campus people reason. In campus ni unapata help blown kama hapo ndo muna get kujuana, but dating in campus unaweza anza kudate ukisha graduate kwenda mbele. After you have done your 4 years in degree, after umegraduate umevaa gown, hata hapo ukianza stage ya relationship sawa, unaweza anza kudate. But in the campus period, focus on your books, focus on you, build your career, build your mental health, be ready to date, because dating comes with a lot. If you're in campus and you indulge in dating, you are so young into it, because what you'll be doing, you will be changing ladies like campus, right, Sharon? That is what people do in campus. Like wasichana wengi wako campus ama wasichana wengi na one partner, because ukienda campus, ukienda block fulani ameweza, unamchukua. Ukienda hii street nyingine huwa ameweza. Ukipatana na sugar mami, ushaanza kufall in love na sugar mami. Ukienda hivi hauko sure, ukikaunti yako imefika 100 na uko sababu unasema I was dating in campus, who I love. No, take your time to focus on your books, on you.
Anto, nasema like tuongee vitu for real venye viko. Mimi naongea from a point of something that is really happening. This weekend at campus. Most of the students nowadays,
Tuongee vitu.
Mimi nasema ukweli. Ukienda sasa campus utapata a higher percentage of dating, either wako na hizo boyfriend, girlfriend, ama bibi ako na kambaba kama mazungumzo. Now, if you're having this in our university, no, unasema mtu asidate sasa. Na achaanza, unaweza anza kustop.
Sharon.
Yes.
Okay, I'm thinking someone is trying to call us on our number. You can feel free to dial again. Call us. The number is right there. Call us. Nimeona kuna mtu amejaribu ku call that particular number, but I missed it. So Sharon, let me ask you. So you're saying now that people who are in campus have sponsors, you're referring to them as mubabas and mumamas. Now that they have sponsors, you're saying they should continue.
They shouldn't. That's wrong. We discourage that. Because that's going to be sometimes unapata mtu anafanya this unfortunately. Mostly ladies nakuanga discourage the pesa. And it's not hawataki kujitokea pesa. Unaweza pata someone who is white. Uko shule na bado uko na small hustle yako. Na kuna mwenye ataona I only need 5,000. So when I flip with this passport that atanipea 5,000. You see that two people thinking different. Kuna mwenye atafikiria ajifanyie biashara yake kadogo. Kuna mwenye atasema analeta huyo apate hiyo pesa. So we discourage that.
Now, from your perspective, Sharon, so you're saying, even though you discourage that, so those who are in campus, at what point are they psychologically ready for relationships? Again.
Ujue si watoto.
Yes. So, Sharon? Ni kama amepotea tena. Anthony, do you agree with what Sharon is saying?
Okay. Talking of wamamas, yes, it is not good to have campus. Unaharibu boma za wenyewe, unajaribia tu life, and let me tell you, karma will get you. You cannot spoil someone's boma ukiexpect yako haitaharibiwa. Even if it won't happen to you, it will happen to somebody in your lineage. So please don't sugar daddies and sugar mummies while in campus. Please stop that. If you know someone who advise them to stop that, because honestly speaking, it will kill their dreams, it will kill their visions, it won't take them anywhere, for a fact.
So I'm looking at the issue concerning the psychological preparedness of the youth, and particularly Anthony, still on you, as I'm seeing Sharon is joining again, still on you on the psychological preparedness of the youth and the maturity that they have. When it comes to the aspect of someone approaching you, because I'm sure there are those who are watching today and they are in campus or high school and they're dating. So someone has approached me. How should they handle those scenarios and still maintain their peace of mind? Because a peace of mind is very important. There are many who are struggling in terms of that, because you've said no to this person, to such approaches, but these people are still persistent, and you're wondering, should I just say yes? What should I do? I'm looking at this campus, student, or even if they are mature enough already psychologically. How can they beat that, psychologically speaking?
Okay.
From because the mind is very important.
All right. Number one thing I can say, Ram, if let me start with, please, high school kids. Let me use, because they are still kids. Even be around relationships, because honestly speaking, having a relationship in high school kill your life. If you're a parent watching this and you have a child who is in either primary or secondary, the tendency is probably amekwambia akona kasichana ama kijana, please, and tell them actually to keep on pressure on the issue of focus. Hiyo ni high school sasa, wafocus na shule, wafocus na kupita mtihani, wakianza kujindulge na mapenzi in high school, it will kill a lot. Now going to campus, probably by a sugar mommy, let me start with a sugar daddy, and where utaki hizi maneno, not to that. And if they threaten you, you can go to the authorities. You can actually, if they keep on texting you, them. If they call you with another number, you can if they call you with probably another number and you pick and block also the same number, because the mind of a inachokanga tu, ni kama tu Ram approach dem akiake na ameshinda amekuonesha signs, kuna venye kidogo anakukatia anakukrashia, na wewe dem atachoka for a fact. So keep on blocking, keep on saying no, stand and say no. I cannot, if I don't relationship, tell the other person, you know what, I feel we can only just be friends, normal friends. Maybe if it is possible for us to meet again as lovers, well and good. Now that is a campus student, psychologically mature and ready to be in a relationship. But don't accept a partner in your life just because they have insisted to be in your life. No, actually stand. If they keep on pressurizing you and telling you think about it, you keep on telling them, oh, give me time, I will give you feedback. Wapatie time, wangoje, with time atachoka. Sipochoka, wewe block. Akikuthreaten, go to the authorities. I don't know what Nina has to say, Sharon.
I can echo what Anthony is saying. The challenge that you're having with our youth is that we don't have assertiveness. We don't know how to say no. Yani unajiweka kwa fit yenye wewe mwenyewe hukuwa unataka kwa sababu ulishindwa kusema no. So you should learn to be assertive. Kama hutaki relationship sahi, stick to hiyo no yako. Sio tudanganyia na uto tuchipo, tupiza, alafu ndo unaingia box. Peleke, lakini mwambie your still answer remains no. Assertiveness, you
So
should
Sharon
always
unasema
practice that.
Sharon unasema
Hatukuli pesa zenyu Anto. Like ameitisha anataka kujipeleka out. We Anto, hatukuli
watu wa
7,000.
kule
Sasa 7,000.
wait, watu wa kule tipo kata.
Sasa sikia Anto. Point ni, my point is, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Point yangu ni being assertive. Hata mimi napata me approaching a guy na yeye hataki, but atashindwa kuniambia ati no. Same for example, I'm beautiful, anashindwa kuniambia no. But akisimama na stand yake, me I just respect the decision. You as a person being approached, and then msichana ama boy aseme no, respect other people's decision. You don't know where that person is taking up the reasons zake. You don't have to question ati mbona. Yeah.
Okay, Anthony, I want us to bring it to a close, wrap it up. But before we do so, let me tackle matters concerning parenting and for the youth, because you are youth, you do counseling for the youth, and I'm sure you've come across these scenarios. What would be your advice to because now this is what you do as a profession in terms of parenting and upbringing? We have young parents, we have different kinds of parenting styles that exist, but how can someone who is watching you today offer counsel to a youth? What are some of the important tips for counseling for youths, for teenagers? And specifically, there are a very specific group of teenies that need counseling. But for somebody watching us today, how can they offer the best counseling for the youth? Give us your those tips.
I start.
Yeah, you can start.
Okay. Now, what I can say, if you're watching this, if you know a parent, probably primary school, let me tell you something. Kindly, please remember home. Kids will be at home actually for the next 2 months to actually get time with your child. Get to know what they do. If you see them all the time on their phone, home late, they are not around, they keep on going to the bedroom after when they come to the bedroom, they don't even say hi, they don't eat supper or lunch, they keep complaining. If it is a girl, the girl comes home crying, you ask the girl what is going on, and the girl is silent. You need to remember that a parent, kindly keep on checking up on your kid, keep on having conversations with your kid is doing, because now these 2 months are very, 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 very. They can also be important in terms of now how you parent, how you coach your the whole of these 2 months. And yes, and in these 2 months a lot happens. They commit suicide in the same, and a kid can't just commit suicide with them to do that. So if you're a parent, or if you know a parent, let them notice some. I would advise, keep on having after every single, you guys are having probably dinner, ask how your child is doing. You can ask them in private. If they're not comfortable in public around the whole family, get to know how they're doing in play. Was a kid loves when you keep on checking up on them, how the day has been, how are you, how have you been, umekuaje. If your kid has not performed those at home, and probably you had a pass mark for your kid when school, and you are told them, if you get 400 marks, I will do this and that. If you don't get 4, do this and that. And also in probably in high school, if you get a B plus, I will not get a B plus, you will be in tuition for the whole 2 months. Please, it is okay to be to tuition for your kids, but don't pressure too much. You need to have their own time. They need to go play. They need to go play with other kids. But they come home, the things they do, please, if you're a parent, this is the time. I'll talk to your child, offer them love, support them. If they have failed in their high school, the primary marks, please don't judge them. Understand them. Tell them there's a next time. Buy them more books, novels, enroll them to clubs. If probably you need to understand your kids' talent, if you enroll them in a swimming club, these 2 months is the best time. If your kids loves karate, yes, what do you love, my child? I love karate. Enroll them in a 2 months or a 1 month karate program. Watching movies, take them to the cinema once in a while. Don't just stay with them indoors or loved. Let them feel supported by the same. I think that is what I can say. I don't know what Sharon can say.
I'll just echo what you said. The parents or the parents of teenagers, those who are in primary school, parents should take time and bond with their children. Si kila saa unaingia unalala, uta create time na mtoto wako. Maybe for example, mtoto amekosea, you start using insulting words to the child. Siwe ni mjinga wa wapi? Ama mbona nilikuzaa? Usiambia mtoto hivyo, because they're really diminishing the child. You're making him have this mentality of committing suicide, ama maybe kutoroka home, or maybe just could do something funny, then ukuje tu mchape tu tena, aendelee tena. Just create a good bond with the child. Before reacting to something bad amefanya, know what was the cause of mtoto amekosea. Also, when you're creating that bond with the child, usikuje kama mzazi. Make your child as your friend. Unakuja unamwambia tembee, hivi ndo kunaendanga, usifanye hivyo. Unakuja pole pole. Unajua watoto wa siku hizi wanajua vitu mingi, so ukijifanya utakuja kumwambia, yeye mwenyewe atajitafutia vile atapata. So it's good to create a good bond with the child. And usimtusi mtoto wako bebe. Hiyo itamdiminisha, atakuwa anajiambia mwenyewe, mimi nakuanga mjinga tu. Hii maisha nimeshindwa nayo. Hiyo ni nini? Mtu yeye akaanza kufikiria kuwa ni suicide attempts and ideation. Yes.
Wow. Over to you, Ram.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, I was talking. I don't know if the can be mute, but I was talking, and I love that. Let me read a comment. This is Michelle Wangari. Anasema, true, we need to support our kids and make them feel appreciated. This will help boost their self-esteem. Michelle, ulitoka hapo ukaenda huko?
Alienda
Huyu ni
Facebook.
Michelle.
Alienda Facebook.
Yeah.
Michelle. So thanks to Michelle, and of course a big thanks to everybody that has been watching. Big thanks to Matthew Witi nakuona pale, alikuwa anacheka, sijui ulikuwa unacheka nini hapo. I wish ningetuambia. Susie Sam anasema following. Thank you so much to Susie. A big thanks to Ken Oware. Live your life, accept who you are. God bless you, Anthony. That is Ken Oware. Anasema hapo that he has been tuned in. Umepokea hiyo baraka, Anto?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that is Vic Winvix anasema niko ndani, asante sana. That is Kevin Ngombe, pia namwona pale kwenye mtandao watching from Langata, and of course a big thanks to Humphrey nakuona pale unasema tuned in from YouTube watching. Thank you so much. This is Ellie watching from Obama Estate. Thank you so much, Ellie. I can see this is Odero Eric watching from Mariakani. Asante sana. And of course this was the first comment that I read in the before we started. That is Zedi anasema tuned in. Naona Michelle pia ametuma anasema also parents need to listen to the experiences and also ask the children about what they underwent during the school period. But now on that, sometimes you ask a child, how was school, what did you go through, and how they are not talking. How can you reach to them psychologically? Because what is the problem here?
You know,
Sharon,
Usha create a blockage between you and your child. Maybe the first time you can request that na muulize shule mlifanya nini, activities gani mlifanya, nini ilikufurahisha shule. You see, message yourself from how cool. Unamuuliza the activities amefanya, what made her happy during the school day, what made her sad. Hizo ni maswali mingi unamtempt kukwambia nini alikwambia. And also the approach you use when talking to your child really matters. Maybe unamuuliza hivyo ndio umekasirika, umwangalie, unaexpect mtoto ataongea. Also creating an eye contact with the child na kumwonyesha that it's okay how you're feeling. Maybe anaweza kuja akiwa na feel bad, hujui ni nini, na unamuuliza Shiko, nini ni shida? Na haongei, mpe time atakuja kuongelea. Yes, we get resistance from kids, but it doesn't mean that you're not supposed to get to know what's happening.
Anthony?
I'll just say one thing. Consistent. Keep on checking up on your kid. Keep on talking to them. Support and concern on what they do consistently. It doesn't matter if they don't the second time and you stop it from there. No, keep on checking up on them. Keep on asking how they are. Don't. Kids are not. Watoto si mizigo. Si vitu ati mzito. Supporting them. These kids need your support as parents, and not only as parents. If you have, if they are brothers, the brothers and the sisters, the relatives who probably stay around, them support them. Let them support this kind of kids, and in primary and in high school, because the more they will keep on entrusting that and feeling that you really need and you really care, you care about them, and they will sooner or later. The more you keep on being consistent.
Asante sana. Apo, the last words you said, I kind of missed the last parts, the last words that you said, but thank you so much, Anthony, for that. I want us to bring this to a close, and as we do so, I want to give you time to just speak to the youth watching today. I like doing this because I feel it's good for you to wrap it up in your own way. So let me give it to you, Sharon. Final word. Talk to Kenyan youth watching you today. Final word, parting shot.
Yes, to all Kenyan youth watching this, I love to tell you that have your own boundaries, have your own values, be assertive at all times. If you don't want something, seek to know. Kama ni no, it's no. Do not bend your principles because of a person. Be focused in whatever you want to do. Because we are the future of tomorrow, we need to be focused. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Asante sana, Sharon. I appreciate your presence. Thank you for coming. And of course, let me give it to Anthony. Anthony, let me come over to you. A final word, my brother.
Okay. person who is watching right now, let me tell you one thing. Right now, probably things might be difficult and you feel like it is over for you. If you're undergoing a mental health issue, please just take care of your therapy. Get to talk to someone. Don't die alone with your issue. Mind, take care of your mental stability. You have to be happy with yourself. You don't have to have these grudges and beef, and you just be happy with who you are. Be happy with yourself. And one last thing, God loves you. In this life for a reason. You are in this life for a purpose. You are not alive. It is by chance. God wants you here to fulfill a purpose. If you haven't found your purpose yet, don't rush your timing. Take time. Take will uplift you. If you feel things are being too difficult on your side, probably at work, what you do, please remember, be hopeful, have faith, pray to God. Trust all shall be well. Over to you, Ram.
Thank you so much, Anthony. I appreciate it. And of course, a big thank you to Anto, Asante Sana, and Sharon. Thank you so much for coming. It was a pleasure. And to everybody that was tuned in, nawashukuru sana. Anthony, Sharon, mbarikiwe sana. I know we shall have more of these discussions in future. We were just giving general counsel to the youth on different issues. We tackled the following one. We tackled drug and substance abuse. 2, we tackled relationships and the time when you should start it. And 3, we tackled interrelations between kids and parents, how they should relate with one another. Thank you so much to everybody that was tuned in. Asante sana. Remember, I want you guys to subscribe to my page. That's on YouTube and on Facebook. Ensure that you subscribe there. Head over to that platform. I'm seeing tayari kuna subscribers wame-enroll. I thank you so much for doing that. Anthony and Sharon, let me remove you. Thanks so much for being part of this show. Asante sana. And of course, a big thanks to everybody once again, as I mentioned. Subscribe to my page. Okay, subscribe to my page. It's a wrap. See you again for another edition of the Round Table. Okay, mbarikiwe sana.